I love to move fast and speed of any kind.
Hey, Patty! 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 What the heck? Why is she's just rollerblading all over the place. I mean, we invited her here just to like, hey, want to check out this X-Wing? Talk to us for a little bit? She's just like making a whole thing out of it. I mean, she rollerblades pretty damn well. My God. Got some moves. But I think she thinks she's directing a movie. Who's gonna tell her? Well, hello, everybody. What's happening? It is Monday, the end of Monday, thank God, right? How's everybody doing today, huh? It is November 15th. Man, already halfway through November. What the hell? Just moving along. November 15th, Monday, what's going on, everybody? Let's talk some movies. Let's talk all kinds of stuff. What are we doing? Who's out there? We got Mr. Jason. What's up, buddy? Lane, good to see you, bud. Always catching your performances on the timeline right there. Mr. Jose, what is up, sir? Happy Monday, happy end of Monday, that's for sure. Yes, how's it going, sir? Tyler, how you doing? And yes, guys, of course, I have my Monday wine. My Cabernet. Delicious. Who else is out there? We got Lakazoo out there. That's right. That's what I was going for. I mean, it's literally called like the John Carpenter package. So, very ominous. Yes. Doomcock. That guy. How's he doing? Huh? Is he okay? What's going on, Mr. Eric Patterson? Got Abel here. Always good to see you guys. Here. Starting off week. Yeah, gay for Dave. Hey, there you go. Spread it around. Spread it around. No pun intended. Darling. There you go. See? He's even, Lane's endorsing it. That's good. That's good. What's going on, Mr. J.D. McRae? How we doing? All right. Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. Hey, if I could, I would. Especially after stuff that's happened today. I'm just kind of going all right, first Marvel, now Star Wars. Patty, what the fuck? Pretty sweet. Would be pretty sweet. Thank you. Figured, I was like, I gotta have some kind of sketch in the opening of the show today, so figured I'd just kind of do one about that. So, yeah, she's pretty thick. She is. She definitely is. Hey, we got Rosemary here. Always great to see you. Legend, everybody here. Oh, what's going on, everybody else? Yeah, everybody else. Hey, there's Mama Film Junkie, guys. Hello, Mom. Hi. Good to see you. Yeah, always good. Yeah, he is. We'll talk about that. See, everybody saying hello to Miss... to Mama Film Junkie. Spread it. Yeah, easy there. Easy. So you guys are funny. You guys are good. Frank Marshall retweet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll talk about that because, I even get annoyed with that too. I do. I definitely do get annoyed of the whole Kathleen Kennedy stuff. And then now we got a couple of bits of news when it comes to the Star Wars world. So obviously that'll be the main topic of the show today. And then, of course, we'll talk about that freaking Spider-Man trailer that's going to be showing up tomorrow, which, my God, it's just been kind of annoying went from Eternals to Spider-Man. Anybody remember Eternals? We just kind of, I still see Eternals stuff on there, but it just seems like lately, nobody's talking about Eternals anymore. That's for sure. Which that was annoying, and the whole Rotten Tomato score, and everybody's freaking out about it and using it to their narratives. Now it's all about Spidey. Now it's Spidey. It's all very strange and everything. And then, of course, we'll talk about this guy right here, throwing a little bit shade. Now he's the next director that's throwing shade at the CBMs. And then, of course, we'll talk about the box office because it is Monday. So cheers, guys. Welcome to the end of Monday. Got the Monday night game on. Pretty good one. We got the Niners versus the Rams. So cheers to you Niners and Rams fans out there. See? I've always told you guys, I don't really have a football team. I don't. I like to play fantasy football, and I like to just watch football. Never really had, my team. But this is a good game right here, and this is a game that my dad is a Rams fan and my brother is a Niners fan. So, yeah, so it's kind of cool because we share a little group text messaging. So, obviously, that's been going off a lot today. So, it's all been good stuff. So, anyways, hopefully you guys were good, having a good day. I had a pretty busy day. Work's been kicking my ass again, which kind of sucks. But, hey, keeps me busy, right? Keeps me busy and keeps me in demand. Hopefully you had a good weekend, and I sure did. I saw some families over the weekend because I went to a little birthday thing for my dad's wife, my dad's new wife, newish, a couple of years now. Still that. I don't consider, you don't call stepmom, I'm 38. You don't really call it, hey, stepmom. Hey, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. It's just you always kind of you don't really, when do you consider, whatever. But anyways, it was a birthday thing for her, and they had this whole place, this whole spot in the desert that was rented out. It was pretty fun. Saw some family members, met some of the other family on the other side that I have not met before, so that was cool. But had a good time, so that's why there was no Batman the Fanimated, if anybody was wondering, but yeah, that's what I did. Hung out with fans, yep, Dad's a Rams fan. But yeah, I hung out with some family and all that, and it was good. And then just had a lazy day yesterday. Lazy day. What's going on there, Carrie? You're writing a quiz. Oh, there you go. Quiz those kids. Do it. You're a Steelers fan, and they failed to defeat the Super. Yeah, no, it was a tie though. So the Lions still don't have a win. See. Okay, so now, see, Lane, he's very much gay for Garza. It's okay. I think a lot of people are. It's fine. A lot of us are. But anyways, yep, good weekend. Pretty good weekend. And then this weekend will be just a normal weekend. And then, of course, we got the Thanksgiving weekend, which is just coming up real quick, which I'm going to be out of town for that, too. I'm actually going to be going to Vegas and doing a whole family thing over there. So, yeah, there'll be no vodka stream and I don't think there'll be a Batman stream that weekend, too. So just letting you guys know, holidays are coming up. And, oh, that was a nice throw and a nice catch. Holy Lord. This is going to be a good game, even though the Niners are already up like 21-7. That's crazy. But we're almost at the half. Anyway, so, yeah. I know I'm abandoned. Well, just, a couple days. Sometimes you just got to take a break. You guys got to take a break, too. Go spend time with the family. It's that time. I got to start doing my Christmas shopping, man. That's just going to creep up on me. Last year, I was really good. When it came to Christmas shopping, man, I was like, I got ahead of it. So I got to start like this week. Just start figuring out some things, and I might go somewhere this weekend and try to look for some stuff, because there's only so many things. So there's only so many things. Why do Americans call their game football? Because we didn't think hand egg just didn't have quite the, it didn't have quite the appeal, I guess, in the name. Who wanted to say hand egg? Because yes, the ball is shaped like an egg, and most of the time, everybody's holding on to it. There's only like 2 different times that it's actually a football. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Trust me, it doesn't make sense because, there's only like the kickoff. No, 3 times, I should say. Kickoff, field goal, and then, of course, the punt. So, yeah, it's the only time that it's really a football. But other than that, it is a handball or a hand egg. It's not the shape of as a ball. It doesn't make sense, but hey, it's been football for many, many decades now, and that's just the way it is. That's what we do it over here in America. It's what we do over here in America. We drink, we get fat, and we call things football that's not really much football. El fútbol americano. That's how you say it in Spanish. El fútbol americano. That's right. Roll that tongue. So our footballs look like a foot than soccer balls. True. It's very true. It is kind of more of a shape of a foot, so I guess you could look at it like that. It's not too shabby. So it's fine. But yeah, we're weirdos over here. It's fine. But hey, what could you do? Yeah, it's okay if you're late, man. How's it going, Mr. Music Man? Yeah, better late than never. That's what they say, right? Better late than never. All right, let's go to the tweets, huh? Let's see what's happening in the Twitter world. What's happening over the weekend, all that stuff. Sure, there's plenty to talk about over here. Yep, I got to open up there we go. All right. Commercial time. Okay, oh boy. Oh boy, yeah, we're going to be watching something too. Something new just came out when it came to the whole Spider-Man stuff. Something new that'll be added to the segment when we talk about the Spider-Man trailer that just came out right now, and it's like, ugh, oi. I just want to see the trailer, and that's it. Just want to see the trailer and be like, cool, all right, I'll buy my tickets. Good. Anyways, it's just, I'm getting annoyed the way things are now. I guess I've always been annoyed, but anyways. Go to the tweets. All right, let's see what's happening. Of course, we got this happening right here, and happy 2-year anniversary for when Zack Snyder posted this image, which we did not see in the Snyder Cut. We did not see this image right here. Wondering still what exactly what was exactly happening, because obviously we got the BVS suit. He's not wearing Ben Affleck is not wearing the Justice League suit. He's wearing the BVS suit right here. So it is interesting. But we didn't see this in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I guess maybe after a little bit it was like realizing that, I guess we didn't need some of that, because obviously it'd be some kind of flashback or something that maybe just didn't add to the story. So it's interesting. But I remember this right here. Remember when people thought the VFX were finished, and they in fact were not. Because obviously we could see this shot right here of the opening where, yeah, the VFX were not, in fact, done. I remember, goddamn, man, so many memories about that. Jeez. So many memories. And then this poor guy right here, man, Andrew Garfield, he cannot wait. He cannot wait until this movie is out, because no matter what, he's trying to promote a different movie, and he just keeps getting asked about Spider-Man. That's all he gets asked about, so here we go.
we do have to ask you about Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's saying...
Oh, we do have to. No, you don't. You don't.
Why don't you just go ahead and confirm?
Go ahead.
But at least he's smiling and laughing about it.
Now, why speculate?
You guys are really good at your jobs, but I'm better at mine.
See?
No, I listen.
Okay, so he said he's better at his. What do you mean there, Andrew? You mean acting? You mean saying, acting like you're not in the movie? Of course, that's exactly. I think he kind of just gave it away right there. You're good at your jobs. He's better at mine because he can actually he could deflect the question right there. So good on Andrew. I actually really like that response right there.
I'm not in the film. I love Spider-Man. I always have. I was so happy to have played the part. And I'm so excited to see what they do with the third one, just like you guys are, to be honest. No, that's not like a diplomatic answer. Like, I really, really mean it. Like, I love Tom Holland, I love John Watts, I love Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige and what they've done with those movies and that character, because it's an important character to me. So I'm just really excited to see what happens in the third one, as you guys are.
Andrew, well done, Andrew.
See? He's good at his job.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And new talent.
Yes, indeed. Tick, tick.
See? Really good at his job. Good job. Good job, Andrew. We all know what's going on, but hey, he's not the werewolf. Yeah, but that was just the way that he said that right there was like perfect. It was just a perfect way to say it because he was like, yeah, you guys are good at your jobs. I'm better at mine. And he just showed you right there because he was just like, I'm not in it. I'm excited for this. Blah, 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 blah. And he didn't miss a beat, man. Did not miss a beat. So he knows. Yeah, he got that. Yeah, he got that locked down right there. So that's good. The Batgirl director Adil Al-Arbi, if I'm saying his name right, probably not, has announced that John Matheson will be the cinematographer for the movie. He has worked on Gladiator, X-Men First Class, and Logan, so that's good. So apparently throwback to the great evening with Ridley and Russell in 2016. And now our cinematographer for Batgirl is the great John Matheson, who shot Gladiator, Crazy How Life Turns Out. So there you go, man. And Hamadalia. All right, so there you go. So yeah, we got a cinematographer for Batgirl, and hey, he's got quite the resume right there. So there you go. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. So at least we know, hey, we got somebody that's going to be working on it, and we know for a fact that it's going to be shot pretty well. That's for damn sure. So, of course, we'll talk about that. Hey, look at this. Okay. So this is interesting because a while back, we heard that, yes, in fact, that they were going to do a Lethal Weapon 5. Now, I love the Lethal Weapon franchise. Absolutely love it. And anytime that Christmas rolls around, well, I consider, at least the first one, a Christmas movie. Let's face it. When it comes to 80s action films and Christmas, well, it's Die Hard and Lethal Weapon are right up there to watch. They just are. I consider them Christmas movies. I don't care. But obviously, yeah, we have a whole franchise when it came to Lethal Weapon 5. Love them, and I thought Lethal Weapon 4 was a pretty good send-off, was a pretty good ending for the franchise, but apparently they still want to do more. I'm just like going, holy shit, you guys are, talk about being old for this shit. But at the same time, it's just kind of going like, all right, I could see them being in like more of the, obviously they're going to be in like the captain's role. Mel Gibson could still do some pretty good action stuff. Danny Glover, maybe not so much. Mel Gibson's just, kind of a beast when you see him. It's like, yeah, he's still, still very much in shape to do some of this action stuff. Maybe, Danny Glover, more of like, hey, maybe he can be on the other end of the ear, like just talking to him or something like that. But then at the same time, I could see Danny Glover showing up and saving the day at the end with his 6-shooter that he always had. So, but apparently what's going to happen, though, is Mel Gibson is actually now in talks to direct the movie. Obviously, Richard Donner passed recently, and, may he rest in peace. That totally struck a chord in the film world, obviously, because, it's Richard fucking Donner. But yeah, it says Mel Gibson reportedly saw it right to continue the development of the film as the proper tribute to his friend and the late director of the franchise. So it sounds like this is not just in talks. It sounds like this is what Mel Gibson, in fact, wants to do. Okay, because obviously it was in development. It was in development with Richard Donner. That this sequel would have been his last movie. His definitely would have been if he was still with us. It would have been his last movie, but now Mel Gibson wants to go like, hey, Let's do this. By the way, whatever happened to the sequel to Passion of the Christ? Isn't he doing that too? Is he developing that? Is that actually happening? What's happening with that? I mean, are we just going to get to the point where he's like turning, water into wine and walking on water? What's going on with that? I mean, obviously the first one was all about, I still think like, geez, kudos to Mel Gibson for having the balls to be like, hey, guess what, guys? Let's do a film about Jesus. No, not all the good stuff about Jesus. Let's do a film about Jesus where his last remaining hours as, being alive, getting whipped and getting staked to the cross. And he was like, that's what I want to do. And I don't think any studio really wanted to touch it. So he kind of did it himself and ended up being like a huge movie. But anyways, I think this is going to end up happening because it sounds like it's just a kind of like a short thing when it comes to that. Can't wait for the multiverse Jesus. There you go. I remember Family Guy did a whole episode about Passion of the Christ 2 with Chris Tucker. That was pretty funny. It's pretty good. So, but anyways, hey, you know what? If they have a good script and it's coming along, I'm perfectly okay with it. I'm perfectly okay with it because, who doesn't like Riggs and Murtaugh? I mean, they are the pinnacle. When you're talking about buddy cop movie, that is what you look at. You look at Riggs and Murtaugh. It's just, obviously with Shane West, I don't know if he's, is he going to be like, is it Shane West? That's what his name is, right? Yeah. Remember the guy who who was in, am I saying that? Is it Shane West? Right? God, I'm like drawing a blank. You guys tell me. That doesn't sound right though. Who wrote the first, and then he did Nice Guys, and he's very good, of course, doing the buddy cop. So is it Shane West? Why is that not? It's Shane something, right? See, my stuff's blowing up right here. And I wonder if he's going to have like some kind of hand in it. So I wonder if he has like a hand in it when it comes to writing the script and stuff. Anyways, all right. So there's a good gif of Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman right there. And then, of course, here's the full-on article right there from Deadline. I'm sure retweeted. Yeah. We're all going to hell. Why is that, Mattia? Why? Because we're talking about Passion of the Christ too? Is that what's going on? And hey, look at this. Paramount Plus. We're finally getting a live-action Halo, guys. I don't know if you saw this, but finally getting a live-action Halo. What?
Hello, Master Chief.
Master Chief. Oh. How long did that take? That took so long for a freaking finally we're going to get a live action Halo series. It took this long. It's going to actually be a series. So, I mean, it has all the markings of Halo or whatever. You got the music, you got what it looks like. Maybe it could be something cool. I don't know. Master Chief, yeah, I know. I don't know who's playing him. That's the thing. It's like this is supposed to come out next year. They haven't announced anything. My guess is it's not going to be anybody known. It's not going to be really anybody known. I think they're going to bank on the fact that it's Halo, so they just assume like, all right, people are going to watch this thing. We don't have to have anybody like super known. Maybe like some people will know him, but I don't think it's going to be like a full-on name. That's playing Master Chief. I don't know. That's what I think. I don't think so. But I mean, I'm just saying. Finally, that's gonna happen. I mean, people have been begging for it. It's what's gonna be funny though, because once it comes out, people are gonna be shitting all over it. Probably, who knows? But yeah, who knows? What's going on, Niner fan? You watching your game right now? Yeah, good to see you. And let's all appreciate the red dress and Gal Gadot. I did, in fact, watch Red Notice over the weekend. I watched it on Saturday. No, I watched it Sunday, I think. I don't even remember. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, that's how my weekend was, guys. I don't remember things. But, yeah, she looked fantastic. She did fantastic. Red Notice, it's nothing like too crazy and too like, oh my God, rush to see it. No, it's just a fun movie. It's full of all kinds of tropes. It's so tropey that there is actually a line from Ryan Reynolds where he just gets very, self-aware. It's towards the end, and I actually laughed out loud. I laughed out loud a bit of times because there are some pretty funny moments. Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds have great chemistry. And but there's a line that Ryan Reynolds says that literally just like, I was like, oh yeah, see, that's hilarious. And it was almost like he was just, I mean, obviously anytime you see Ryan Reynolds, it's almost like he's, obviously it's just Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. But it was very like a Deadpool type line right there. But yeah, but Gal Gadot, my God. She looked pretty damn good, as she does. And she did awesomely because, she is pretty much the bad guy in this movie. So, it was nice to see that kind of thing, that she was the bad guy. But yeah, that red dress was just something else. But we also see her, Shane Black. Thank you. It took so long. I was like, it's not Shane West. That's an actor, right? Shane Black. Thank you. Errors likely. I appreciate that. I was like, I know that doesn't sound right. I knew that didn't sound right. So, pretty good. Have you guys seen this this trend? Apparently, like, there's a lot of people that are doing this TikTok video where they literally they do this like four corners thing, and you kind of make an image like this. So this is all happening right here. Yeah. So you take it with each one to like try to create something. It's pretty interesting. So it's like, all right, do that. But then it just looks like Supergirl with balls. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I laughed at that when I saw that. Yeah. Supergirl with big, huge balls. Yes. That's what that looked like. Hey, when are we going to get another attempt at a live-action Phantom? Look at that shit. From Alex Ross right there. Beast. I mean, we had that one in the 90s with Billy Zane, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. But still, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah. All right, we'll talk. I'm going to talk about this frickin' poster. We'll talk about that with all the stuff. We'll even talk about that, too. A lot of Spider-Man stuff we'll be talking about. So, but this is also interesting, too, because Barry Cohen, that was brought to my attention. I've been saying his last name wrong, but apparently it's Cohen. He posted this on his Instagram, with all the, sorry, my nose is kind of runny today. I've had I don't know if it's allergies or what. Something has been attacking my nose. So I swear to God, I didn't sniff anything before, snort anything before the show. I swear. Just the normal stuff. Anyways, so yeah, Barry went to his Instagram video and posted this right here. And a lot of people are going like, what? Yeah, because he laughed. That's what it is, because he laughed. And, the whole rumor about it is like, oh, yeah, he's playing the Joker. He might be playing the Joker. What the hell? So a lot of people are kind of freaking out about that. And then there's another piece of the puzzle, too, which I think is further down on my tweets. So, I don't know. It's all very interesting. And speaking of Spider-Man, apparently in the UK, you're going to see it on December 15th. So 2 days before. People in the UK, good on you. Yeah. I thought this was pretty funny, too. Daredevil, when She-Hulk sends him nudes. It's like, what? Bird? I mean, that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny until you realize that Daredevil's blind. And then you kind of go, okay, well, that doesn't really make sense, but still, I like the effort. Yeah. So, it's whatever. It's fine. Still a funny video. Should have been, somebody else. But, yeah. And then we got Sylvester Stallone. He's reporting to the set of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So he will be returning in his character right there. So he posted that on his official Instagram. Of course, we'll talk about that. We got some David Ayer showing some behind the scenes of Fury right there. That's pretty cool. Some more David Ayer-ness. Some cool Shang-Chi stuff. And then we just got, she's got red hair. And now all of a sudden I'm like, can we get Rebecca Ferguson as Poison Ivy? Anyone? I'm down for that. See right here. She's got the green dress. She's got the red hair. Poison Ivy right there. Anybody? Okay. Tuesday. That's pretty cool. I like that. We got that Rogues Gallery. I have this picture on my wall, but this is like an old style one. This is like a different style one, but I have that what this image is based off of. I have that on my wall, obviously in the the lounge right there. And then look at this. Oh, he's so adorable, like a kid going out trick-or-treating. This looks fake as hell. Tell me that when you first saw this, you were like, no, that's not real. This looks fake as shit. Nope, apparently it's real. It's in fact real. This is Henry Cavill. Doing the I mean, we saw the beautiful images that ZACK took. This is like straight out just from a cell phone. It's low quality. He's just standing there. And it looks pretty ridiculous. And mind you, remember that Henry Cavill, when he first put on the costume, he thought he felt fat in it. And it's like, really? I mean, look at how small he is, guys. Look how small he looks. He looks really small. I mean, he looks like he's in shape, but my God, when you see what he turned into, holy Lord. You know? And then we got, I mean, this was like the official shot that, of course, ZACK took, which I think, see, when you look at the first one, he's got some stubble. He's got some stubble right there. The hair is the same, and then they were like, all right, shave. And then he shaved right there. And I think that really helped it. But, yeah, and then there was like all these different, like, you know, concept art. Jeez, look at that one with this cape right here. The cape over the shoulders right there with the emo hair. Come on. That's not really emo hair. That's almost Beatles-esque. I don't know. But yeah, some of the concept art right there, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, the black suit. Man. Some concepts right there that they posted too. You know, just other concepts from Man of Steel. Some of those are pretty much legit right there. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at how Zod was drawn right there. That is pretty crazy. Kryptonian prisoner restraint. It's pretty good. But, yeah, I mean, it's just funny just to go from that. Oh, man, to go from that to, let's see, I think I posted it. To go from that to this. I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that transition. I mean, talk about evolution right there, man. I mean, obviously, this is like 2 movies in, but, man, I mean, I think it's just something about this shot right here. I just absolutely loved this shot right here, you know. I love the fact that the suit doesn't look all bright and everything like that. And it's just a great shot of how he looked in BVS right there. But to go from that to this, and, you know, I mean, when it comes to costumes, I mean, that costume was strictly for Christopher Reeves. Okay, that was his costume. It worked. It worked for his body type. And when it comes to Cavill, I mean, they were going to mold. They were going to do something different. But my God, talk about an evolution right there, man. Look at how big this motherfucker is. I mean, gosh, sucking those human growth hormones down and just eating bits of drywall. You know, full on protein diet right there. So. Pretty awesome stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's just. I tell you what, I thought these were not real, but apparently, that does not look real. It doesn't look real. It looks like somebody drew that. And then put his head on it. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, he looks adorable. That's all I gotta say about that. This is pretty funny right here. No Way Home premiere. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Sneak in Andrew Garfield and fucking Tobey Maguire? Or are they going to get a screener for it? Who knows? Congratulations to Chris Arriagada, if I'm saying his name right. I apologize, but HBO Max Caribbean, they posted his fandom posters right here, which is pretty awesome. Obviously one of Cavill in the black suit, and then one of Christopher Reeve, which is really good art right there. And holy shit, guys, I want to get this t-shirt so bad, but I don't know. Because these t-shirts go for really cheap, so I'm thinking that they're going to be cheap t-shirts, as in they're going to feel like sandpaper on my skin. But this is a pretty awesome t-shirt. I don't know. You know, it's only like $13 apparently. But yeah, Cage Fighter, and it shows like all his crazy like characters and his crazy faces, in very much the in the Street Fighter format. So saw that and I was like, oh man. I don't know. I think I need to get it, but I just worry it's going to be some cheap fucking t-shirt. I've done that so many. How many times have you guys been burned when you see like a cool t-shirt on Amazon or somewhere, and then you get it and it feels like goddamn, like it's made out of freaking sandpaper? That's what I don't like. Because I have sensitive skin, guys. I have sensitive skin. I like soft. I like the tri-blend. This shirt right here is soft. You know, I like that. I like soft fabric, but it's a really awesome t-shirt. It really is. Here's all the bat symbols in the sky, bat signals in the sky right here, which is pretty cool stuff. Like it. Who doesn't love that? And hopefully you guys checked out the vodka stream. Had Ali Brooks, Miss Superhive right there. So, and then speaking of Barry Cohen and the Joker, he was asked by Chris Killian about it, naturally. And this is what he had to say.
I loved also that this is like the first Marvel movie that makes DC references, and you're actually going to be in the Batman too. Which is wild.
We can't talk about that.
You can't talk about the Batman?
Can't talk about that.
I loved also that this is like
he can't talk about it, guys. That doesn't mean anything, though. Doesn't mean anything. I honestly don't think he is going to be the Joker. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't think that's going to be the case. But he can't talk about it, but nobody can. That's the thing. Nobody who's a part of this movie, part of the cast, cannot talk about the Batman. That's just NDAs right there. It doesn't matter if you had barely, like, if you were in the background holding up a Batman, doll or something like that. That person cannot say anything about the Batman right now. I highly doubt that he is, but then if maybe they do some kind of craziness, I don't know. But it's not sounding like that's actually going to be the case, but we'll see. Matthias talked about ZACK was operating the camera on Army all the time, and it was so impressive. I did one handheld shot on Thieves for 5 minutes, and I thought to myself, holy shit, this is so heavy. How did ZACK do it in the middle of the desert? 80 degrees out? I think it was higher than 80 degrees, by the way, Matthias. But then again, we deal with a different kind of system over here. We don't do Celsius. But yeah, he talks about how ZACK did this whole time. Well, the reason why, Matthias, look at the arms, look at the biceps, look at the veins. The guy is a beast. And he's dedicated. That just shows you right there. What other directors out there are doing that kind of shit? Huh? Not many. Not many for sure, but yeah, that's the reason why right there, okay? Biceps and triceps and shoulders and traps, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool right there. That's a cool shot with the two different cameras. I like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's right. And see, this was posted too. So there's so much stuff talking about Barry Cohen as as the Joker. This is his brother right here that said, so it's finally out. My brother playing the Joker in the new Batman Unreal stuff. See, and I made the joke, and somebody did some fan art right there of him as the Joker. I made the joke. I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to seeing Batman Unreal stuff. So a lot of people are passing this around over the weekend, and it's just kind of like, okay. But yeah, obviously, he's actually telling you guys that it's not real. That's why he capitalized Batman Unreal stuff, because it's not real. If it were real, he'd be in a shit ton of trouble, okay? So Barry is not playing the Joker, guys. He definitely is not playing the Joker. Or they're going to do some kind of a rope-a-dope kind of thing. I don't know. If that's the case, then power to him. But I mean, there's no way in hell that he'd be posting something like this. I mean, some people are like, did he just get really drunk and post this? No, he's just trolling. He's just totally trolling. So, yeah. The fact that he capitalized Unreal stuff, that just kind of shows you right there that, yes, it's not real. Not real, guys. Not real. That's why I even joked. I said, but I'm looking forward to Batman Unreal stuff. So it's just fake news, guys. Like Jose said, it's not going to be Joker, okay? It's all fake news, okay? But no fake news comes out of where I come from. That's right. Everything's real, okay? Everything's real. Like my tan, like my hair, like everything that I say. It's real. Anyways, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, the second film during the pandemic to cross 200 million domestic. So congratulations to Venom right there. It's good stuff. This will be us tomorrow waiting for the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. We'll all be standing there in shorts and a hoodie. Jesus Christ, what did they do to our boy? God. Whatever. If there's some people that like it, cool. I'm all about the that Edward Norton Hulk that we got. That was pretty badass. Even the first Avengers Hulk was cool. But yeah, now it's this. Oh, man, that's rough. It's just rough. Oh, this is hilarious right here. This is so hilarious right here. This is just... Come on. That's just good. That's just good. That's just good stuff. You gotta love the internet. Gotta love the internet. And then some people were saying, like, yeah, the big surprise. What if the big surprise was that they, you know what, there's got to be, we'll talk about it. We'll fucking talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything. We'll do all that. Yeah, this was pretty cool right here. Rainn Wilson and what's her name, or they redid this from Galaxy Quest. It's pretty cool. They pretty much nailed it, man. They fucking nailed it pretty well. It's good. Rainn Wilson and what's her name? Missy Pyle. I always forget her name, but yeah, that's her name. Tina Gao, man. Oh, this woman right here. That is a beautiful shot. Jace, when you see her play, oh man, come on. All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We will talk about all that. Back to it. All right, guys, let's talk about Patty Jenkins first, though, and Kathleen Kennedy. Let's talk about these ladies first because, yes, this is the new information that's coming out, is the fact that Patty Jenkins is, this is what's interesting, though. It's like nothing's official yet, so take everything with a grain of salt, as per usual. This is all puck news, apparently, and this is where all this is coming from. So this is where all, like, this... where the Kathleen Kennedy thing was coming from, where everything was coming from. But, there are some articles, which is interesting. There's an article right here from StarWarsNews.net that I'll talk about that too. But now this is coming from like a Puck News or whatever. But apparently it says like, yes, that, pretty much Patty Jenkins not going to be doing her Star Wars movie, which we all kind of wondered when we heard about the delay last week. It's crazy how quickly everything goes. And they're kind of just saying, like, yeah, creative differences and all that stuff. And there's some people, too, like, what's been talked about out there is, let's see, let me find that. Where is that tweet? Oh, crap. I just closed something that I probably shouldn't have. All right, well, now there it is right there. Okay, so this is it right here. I found it. So Star Wars stuff said Patty Jenkins reportedly had creative differences with LucasFilm. Top filmmakers are dying to make a Star Wars movie. That is not true. I love it when people say that. Top filmmakers are dying to make a Star Wars movie. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Some of them are like, fuck no, why would I want to direct that stuff? Top filmmakers are dying to make a Star Wars movie until they sign on and experience the micromanagement and plot point by committee process. Jenkins wasn't willing to dick around. So that's a quote right there. I wouldn't say like all top. Maybe some, because, even Zack Snyder tried to, pitch a Star Wars idea, and thank the movie gods that Zack Snyder didn't get that green light for his Star Wars film, because there's just no way they would have let him do what he wanted to do. That's why I'm so excited for Rebel Moon, because we're going to get a Zack Snyder Star Wars that doesn't have the foundation of what is already there. There's no origins. There's no already, decades worth of mythology and whatnot that he has to like work with. No, it's his very own thing. That's what I love about it. That's why, I'm glad that Zach is really just going like, I'm creating now IP, okay? He's done so much when it comes to existing IP, so much. When it comes to DC and, your 300, and then even just the remake of Dawn of the Dead, for God's sakes, what he did with that. It's just been pretty great. But again, when it comes to Patty Jenkins, holy shit. I mean, remember when she was supposed to do Thor: The Dark World, and that didn't go well? It seems like Patty, and a lot of people too, it's weird seeing the timeline because a lot of people like to shit on Wonder Woman 84, which, I could see that. I can see why, let's face it, it's not, by no means do I think it's like the worst movie ever. It's certainly watchable, sure. There's parts I enjoy, a lot of parts I don't, as you watch it. I've probably watched it maybe 3 times now, and, it's not that great. Yes, sure. But a lot of people were kind of wondering if it was mainly studio fuckery and Jeff Johns and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I think it was, they let her do her thing. She wanted to do something. Patty Jenkins grew up with the Wonder Woman TV show, okay? She wanted to pay homage to that big time. And if you actually watch that movie, it's like, yeah, that's very much an homage to the TV show. She wanted to do something completely different. And I respect her for that. I really do. I respect her for that because when I look at the first Wonder Woman movie, I always go, that's top tier. That is definitely top tier DCEU. That is, it's behind Man of Steel, Justice League, and of course, BVS and stuff. But I think it's up there in that top tier DCEU stuff, But, a lot of, I think when it came to the second time around, she really wanted to make something that was an homage to the TV show. And essentially she did that. I think she kind of missed a mark when it came to catching up, in the 80s and stuff like that. It was just, I still kind of wonder, like, what the hell? That first trailer, you had everybody going. You're like, oh yeah, we're going to get some 80s music and whatnot. You can't watch that first trailer and not just like, not just bob your head. But then when it came to the movie, not so much. Just kind of like, whew, just kind of, I tell you, I don't know. But it's like, yeah, can you inject a little bit more 80s in there, Patty? Huh? Just a little bit more? No? That's what I kind of wonder though too, though. When it came to what she wanted, how much 80s stuff she wanted to put in there with music and stuff, I kind of wonder if that is when the studio said, no, we can't afford that. We can't afford that. We're doing all this stuff. We can't afford it. We can't afford all these different songs that are going to cost a shit ton to just put in the movie. Maybe that's where the studio fuckery came in. I don't know. That'd be a question to ask Patty right there. Is like, did you want to have like some more 80s references, 80s songs in your movie? Maybe she did, and Warner Brothers said, no, we can't do that. Maybe that's what happened with that. I don't know. But I saw somebody posted also too, when it came, speaking of Wonder Woman 84 and speaking of Kathleen Kennedy, apparently, who knows, like, again, it's like you see something random on the internet. It's like you can't really just take it with, like, that's the truth. But I saw something on my timeline saying that, and it was adding to the information, saying that Kathleen Kennedy did not like Wonder Woman 84, and maybe that was, like, a part of it. And other people have talked about that, too, which, you know what? You never know. You never know. That maybe could have been a part of it. Like, maybe he was like, shoot, maybe they didn't. When they saw the reception for Wonder Woman 84, and it was not quite, not a lot of people were going like, oh, like totally goo-goo gaga over it, It just kind of makes you wonder. It does kind of make you wonder, like, maybe that added to it, where it was like, I don't know if this person's going to be right for it. Even though it's like, I mean, they had that whole thing, like I said, with my little sketch at the beginning. I mean, they had that whole announcement. It's like, how do you not go full force into it? Pardon the pun. How do you not go full force into it when you already have everything? You have that established right there. But I mean, who knows, man? It's all just stupid and crazy. It's like, it must suck for some of these directors to be like developing something that's really cool, that you're really excited for a year. And then all of a sudden something happens and they go, no, we don't want this. We don't want that. And then you fight for it and you can't get it. Man, that must really suck. That must really kind of, God, man, it must be just to be a filmmaker, and when you land a gig like this, and then you want to have ideas out there, it's like either you say, fuck no, I'm not going to do this if you don't want to do my ideas, or you just go with it, How many directors that have been part of like some of these big franchises like Star Wars and like, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where they just kind of went, okay, and they just like put their head between their legs and just went, all right, I guess I'll make the movie you want, How many times does that happen? Kind of makes you wonder, But then you hear like James Gunn that always praises them. But he'll also say that he had more freedom at Warner Brothers than he did at Marvel. I don't know. There's just so many things out there. But at the same time, you just kind of go like, well, when things work, things work. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to Star Wars films, let's face it, they're not working as much as they should be working. So, yeah, it's all interesting. It's all interesting. And then, of course, the other news of the day was the fact that Kathleen Kennedy did get signed on for 3 more years as Lucasfilms right here. And this is, I mean, like I said, this is all just kind of whatever the hell. This is right here. This is StarWarsNews.net. Kathleen Kennedy has re-upped her Lucasfilm contract for 3 more years. Okay, and it says right here, Matthew Bologna's latest op-ed for Puck, again, this is from Puck, casually revealed that Kathleen Kennedy would be extending her tenure at Lucasfilm for another 3 years. Kennedy has a lot of good things happening at Lucasfilm, and I'm told she recently re-upped her deal for another 3 years. So, there you go. You could do all that. Eric Vespa right here. Vespa. But how could it be? A bunch of sputtering mad YouTube randos with walls of Funkos behind them said their uncle's cousin's roommate works at Lucasfilm and heard Kathleen Kennedy was on the way out. Yes, my God. Can Doomcock shut the fuck up now? Can he? Can Doomcock shut the fuck up? Is he incapable of shutting the fuck up with that mask on and everything? This is what it's going to be funny. I mean, the videos aren't going to stop, too, by the way. There's always going to be that section of YouTubers, of nerd YouTubers, that just deal in rage bait. I guess you could say rage bait click, you know. I see it a lot. I follow some of these guys, too. You know, and I just kind of look over and I always see, I'm like, it's just like every week there's a new video that they post that Kathleen Kennedy is on her way out. Now, do I necessarily think that Kathleen Kennedy is like, you know, she's the one that's just making things just awesome at Lucasfilm? No. Maybe she is fucking things up. Maybe. But they're keeping her around, it seems. Who knows if, like, you know, some of the bad decisions that have been made, like with Rise of Skywalker, Solo, and all that, maybe that was partly her. Probably could have been. You know, and I'm not necessarily saying that she's just like 100% like, man, she is just the brainchild. She is just making it work over there. Because obviously, when it comes to the movies, it's just not, it's kind of a shit show. The TV shows, but I mean, we could blame like Favreau and what's his name, Filani or whatever. We could do, yeah, those guys. Those guys are the ones that are really handling that kind of stuff right there. So I think like a lot of that has to do with them. And then she just kind of looks over it and kind of has some trust in them and everything, so. But, yeah, when it comes to the movies, they're a shit show. They are a shit show, so maybe it has something to do with her. Who knows? But it doesn't seem like she's going to be losing her job anytime soon. But, yeah, still continue to be more and more making those videos. I mean, they always seem like to use, like, the same stuff. Everything is woke. See, that's the problem is woke culture is, you know, got so woke that it created this counter woke that now is everything is woke. Every damn thing is woke. No matter what it is, it's woke. You know, so that's just what happens. There's always going to be that equal side. You get too woke over here where everything's woke. Then you're just going to have that response that's going to totally just swing the other way and everything is woke. Now, no matter what it is, it's woke. And they're going to use like the same, like, you know, SJW PNG file of that girl going, ah, you know, or something like that. You're always going to use that. It's just funny because I see those thumbnails and I'm like, can't you just do something different with the thumbnail or is it going to be the same? And it's all rage bait clicking. That's what it is. It really is. Like, I totally understand. I'm not saying that some of the stuff right now, yes, it can be pretty damn woke and you could see it and you're like, holy shit. Sure, but it's like, not everything. Not everything, though. That's the thing. Not everything is super woke. That's the thing. That is the thing. So, I don't know. That's just me right there. That's what I thought. Yeah, woke doesn't even mean that people are using the term for, yeah. Unless I checked, Jose, yeah. So, yeah, it's just all crazy. People are crazy. It's all funny. It's all good and dandy, right? The only one I don't agree is with the prequels. Yeah, prequels. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the prequels. Endgame, woman shining moment. Yeah, that was pretty woke. That was ridiculous because that just felt forced. When you talk about Avengers Endgame and when it was all the girls coming in and they're like, she has backup, that was ridiculous. I remember just going, oh my God, okay, that was played at like, that was in your face. Like, hey, look what we're doing. Yeah, that's right. We're going to do this. And it was just like, no, that is forced as shit. And then when they talk about doing a female Avengers, no. That doesn't make sense. Would all the dudes just get like some rare dick disease and they have to like, they can't like get in, they can't get in costume? No, the Avengers has been a mix. The Avengers has always been a mix. We're not going to have, I know they're going to be trying to do that. Anytime they talk about doing a female, female Fast and the Furious, female Avengers, I'm like, how is it that you could do that when there's not been a full-on male Avengers or a male Fast and Furious? There's always been females, part of it. Hello? That's when you go, you're trying to be a little too woke, okay? A little too much right there because that's ridiculous. Now, we're supposed to have a mix. That's why Ghostbusters 2016 didn't work, okay? Not to mention the writing was horrible. That script was horrible. The jokes were horrible. A lot of that movie was just fucking horrible, okay? But they thought they could just sell it on the fact of like, oh, it's going to be a full female crew. And it was like, okay. And then it couldn't back it up. They were just banking on that. They were just banking on the full female crew. Now we got a new Ghostbusters coming out. Hey, we're going to go we're going to have the old school and we're going to have these new kids and it's going to be guys and girls. How about that? That's a crazy concept that just might work. Holy shit. Maybe we should have did that in 2016. Yeah, you should have. You should have. Yes. Come on. It's supposed to be equal. It's supposed to all be on the same team. That's what it is. All right. Enough about that. All right. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Jesus Christ. All right. So, now, tomorrow, instead of just like, hey, the Spidey trailer is going to show up, they're turning this into an entire event. Now, we've seen this before. I think they did this with Batman vs. Superman, to be honest. They've done it with other things, too. But so basically, what is happening is we have this poster right here, which, of course, is the lazy, stupid poster right here of the official poster, apparently, which is ridiculous. So we got trailer launch event with big surprises. Big surprises. Tuesday, November 16th, which is tomorrow, 5 p.m., which is my time, Pacific Standard Time. Doors open at 4 p.m., seated by 4:15. Regal Sherman Oaks. Seating is not guaranteed, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, Jesus Christ, now every event's going to have a COVID safety big, long thing because, just show up in your hazmat suit. You'll be okay, darling. You'll be okay, darling. Exclusively in theaters. So this is what's happening. God, this poster sucks. So 4 p.m., doors open, seated by 4:45. And you know what, guys? Yeah, I could easily probably go to this. I probably could have easily went to this, but I live here. I live about an hour and change, probably outside of like LA or Sherman Oaks. And this is a bad time. 4 p.m. is a bad 4 to 5 p.m. is a 4 to like 8 p.m. pretty much for 4 hours. It's a pretty much any time. Doesn't matter nowadays because the traffic is so bad in LA and trying to get into LA. I would have to leave my house. If I had to do this, I'd probably have to leave my house about no later than 2:30, 2:15, 2:30 to make sure that I would get there on time. Because God knows. And I just can't do that. I'm not going to fight LA traffic for a trailer. Just not going to do it. If I lived more, closer to the area, maybe I'd try to do it. But I'm not going to do it. Just not going to do it. Now, we're going to get the trailer online. Cool. And I'm sure, and I'm really hoping that the fan event reveal, like, I hope all three of them come out. Tom, Toby, and Andrew just come walking out like, yes, guys, finally, we can reveal, yes, we're in the movie, whatever. That would be cool. I really hope that is something more than just the trailer. It's going to be pretty damn disappointing if it's just the trailer for people, you know? But, yeah. But I'm just going to sit at home like everybody else and just wait for the trailer. Probably do a quick reaction to it. I don't know if it's going to show up right as it at 5 p.m. or shortly after. I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be interesting because I'll probably do a reaction before the show tomorrow, but then we'll talk about it. We'll do a breakdown. I'll probably do a breakdown on tomorrow's show. You know, we'll kind of run through it, but I'll probably do my initial reaction. Depends. If it hasn't shown up by 6, then I'll do a live reaction with you guys, but I don't know. So there was that. And then, where am I at here? So, and then there's, so more Spider-Man stuff right here. We got Hollywood's red carpet premiere will be held on Monday, December 17th. And so that's going to be interesting because it's like, all right, that's what I'm kind of wondering about this whole event right here. Are they just going to, and the trailer as well, it's like, are we finally just going to reveal that these two are in it? So then not Toby. Toby's been okay. He's been avoiding all this stuff, but can we just give some sanity to Andrew Garfield, please? The guy just keeps on getting asked about this movie like crazy. Are we finally going to get it where he doesn't have to lie anymore and they can just freely talk about it? It'll be okay. That's what I'm kind of wondering, because then I wonder about the premiere. Are they going to sneak these two through the back? What's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen with these two? Are they just going to get a screener, virtual premiere? I don't know. It's all interesting. So December 13th is when that's happening. And then, of course, where is it? The new poster, which came out today. Oh my God! I mean, I think Sony and Disney are just kind of like, fuck. Who gives a fuck about the poster? Who gives a fuck about the poster? And there it is, right there, guys. Oh man, this is worse than the other one. I mean, it's essentially like they have Doc Ock's arms they could put all throughout. I mean, at least we have Spidey in a different pose. But then we got Doctor Strange. They're like, yeah, put Doctor Strange in there. And then again, put the Goblin way back here again. Okay. And then we got all this crazy shit right here. This Doctor Strange kind of stuff right here. Yeah, this poster sucks. It sucks. But at the same time, I'm just kind of wondering, like, okay, Sony and Marvel Studios, they don't care. They know they got your money already. So why spend money on top-notch posters? It's almost like they're doing this on purpose. You know? Remember, we've always had last week with the whole John Campea leaks, which, as far as I could tell, John Campea is fine. He's not getting sued. There's nothing that's happening. Kind of makes you wonder, right? Kind of makes you wonder if the marketing was actually the leaks and they're not giving a shit about posters and whatnot. And they're like, well, we're going to do a fan event for the second trailer and we're going to do all this other stuff. We already know we got the money. We could save some money on marketing. Let's do it like this. It kind of makes you wonder. Makes you rub the chin, scratch the head. What the hell? Doesn't make sense. It's interesting. But yeah, this poster sucks. This poster really sucks, just like the other one. I think it sucks worse. Possibly does. And then there's a new rumor that is suggesting that because we heard about Spider-Man freshman year that was announced at the Disney Plus Day on Friday. It's going to be an animated series. Now the rumor is that Marvel Studios may have plans to expand the Spider-Man story after Spider-Man No Way Home, beginning with freshman year. So a lot of people were wondering, is it freshman year of high school? Is it freshman year of college? Sounding like it's going to be freshman year of college, which I think this could be pretty smart if they, of course, utilize Tom Holland and whatever. The plans include another movie trilogy and a season of the animated series to fill in the gaps between each movie. That is very smart. I really hope this rumor is true. That is really smart. Because it's fucking Spider-Man. I mean, this is what when you have when you have characters like Spider-Man and characters like Batman, it's like, man, waiting 2 years, 3 years in between movies just to get like one story. I mean, there's so many stories, so many villains. The Rogues Gallery is just full, totally full. So it kind of makes you go like, God damn, I wish we could see more. Which I'm happy with the fact of the matter that the Batman has a spin-off series, the GCPD series, where you can maybe fill in some of those gaps too, and maybe get introduced to other villains as well. So that way, when it comes to the movie, you don't have to like do all this backstory or whatnot. So I really hope this is true. I really hope that this will do that. This will fill in the gaps. They'll have another trilogy, and they'll introduce like so many other villains and whatever. And God knows what's going to be going on with the multiverse at the time and the Spideyverse. I don't know, but I think that's a pretty cool idea, and I hope that this rumor is in fact true, because I think that would do it justice. It would do it justice. I think it would do the stories and whatnot justice. But anyways, guys, yeah. So when it comes to the trailer tomorrow, or if you're watching this the day of, later today, hopefully I'll probably do a trailer reaction right before the show. But if not, I'll do a live reaction. But for 100%, we'll be breaking down the trailer tomorrow's show. So we'll see what's going on. Who knows? There's like, I've been seeing stuff back and forth. You know, Andrew and Toby are not going to be in the trailer. I can understand other people maybe not being in the trailer. You know, I can understand that. You know, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. A certain blind person. I don't think they don't need to have that person there, but at least tease it a little bit. I don't know, tease it. Look what that last Ghostbusters trailer, when they finally teased the old crew. It's like, we all know that the old crew's coming back. Tease it. And they teased it, I thought, pretty awesomely. You saw them, and you know, did you miss us? You heard Bill Murray say that? Do something like that. Just kind of tease it, you know? Yeah. They better not spoil. I mean, who knows? But hey, if they don't show them, that's perfectly fine by me. I'm sure Andrew Garfield desperately wants them. He's like, please, for the love of God, can you just show them? Show them! Show us! I mean, show us. I'm tired of lying. I'm tired of doing it. I'm tired of being asked. Damn it. Ugh. Poor guy. But his reactions are great. And I love the fact that he's going to be able to play Spider-Man again. That hits me right here. Okay. Oops, that's an old one. All right. Let's talk some shit about these CBMs, man. Why not? Ridley Scott stirring up the pot. It's Ridley Scott's turn to throw some shade at the CBM world, which is perfectly fine. As much as I love comic book movies, and you know I do, obviously. I love the fact that these directors come out and just kind of, they throw some shade at it. So this is what Ridley Scott, so basically to narrow it down, because it was like a full-on article from Deadline, and here's to narrow it down right here. It says, Ridley Scott on superhero movies, their scripts are not any fucking good. But why don't they have better stories? They're mostly saved by special effects. Ouch! Their scripts are no fucking good. Ooh. They're not any fucking good. But here's the article right here. It was a full-on article from Deadline. Ridley Scott won't let age or pandemic slow a storytelling appetite that brought House of Gucci and Last Duel, Napoleon, and more. Gladiator up next. God, this guy is 80. How old is he now? He's 80-something years old. And this guy is just like one of the most prolific fucking directors right now. It is insane how much he's doing that. But yeah, this is the complete article right here. Scott began the fall with Last Duel, a fact-based Me Too tale set during Me Too tale. I don't know if he was going for that, but the wife, the night, said she was raped, blah, blah, blah. All that, and then told in a Rashomon style in 3 acts. The Last Duel culminates in a bloody mono battle that was a final sanctioned fight to the death in France. I'm still want to really see that movie. Apparently, he's been working on House of Gucci since 2006, which Leonardo DiCaprio and Angelina Jolie were once attached to. So that's been pretty crazy. He's been trying to direct this for a while, which is crazy. It says right here, you've been working on the House of Gucci since 2006. Angelina and Leo were part of it. It's crazy. So, of course, there's a whole interview where he's talking about that. And, mainly talking about House of Gucci, of course. Bruce Springsteen said you need to put in 10,000 hours of not being good before you're any good. Picasso said it's 10% talent and 90% hard work. Do it constantly and then it can be, oh my God, that is quite good. I like that. That's with everything, guys. That's what I like about Scott. He's looking at it differently. You know? He looked at Picasso saying 10% talent, 90% hard work. Okay? So I got to up my hard work to, my hard work right now is at like 40%. So I got to up it a little bit. I might have talent to just talk shit, but, I got to up the hard work a little bit more. I get a little lazy sometimes. I do. I definitely do. So, this is ridiculous. My God. Jared Leto, everybody. Jared Leto. That's right. That is Jared Leto, who, we've all seen what he actually looks like. It's just crazy. That is crazy. Skip the ad. Come on, you stupid thing. But yeah, I mean, you can go through this whole thing. He talks a lot of things about everything. Bruce Springsteen, yeah. I'm not even sure exactly where, scrolling through, it's like, where exactly where they talked about CBM? I don't know. How do you shoot a big film in foreign locales so quickly? What she loved was because she's used to being on the boards on the stage. What I try to do with actors is I'm the only one who does this, which is bizarre. I shoot a minimum of four cameras all the time. It means that a scene scheduled for a day or 2 days will be done in half the time. The scene scheduled for a day, I'll be finished at 11 o'clock. A 2-day schedule, I'll be finished on the first day. So right there, we are catching myself up and getting ahead of where the schedule was. The key of why this was done by me was when an actor is supporting another actor off camera, it's up to them to be very supportive and act up a storm for them on camera. Well, what are you doing? And you're using your up juice. You're telling the joke again and again. Now, I've gotten to be a 2-take Charlie. I'll say, you want to do it again? You want to go again? They go, no, we got it. I say, good, let's move on. But the people who have to do it 90 fucking times, the person off camera is dying. By the time the camera comes around on them, he knows he is done and a bit flaccid. See, there's a method to Ridley Scott's madness. 4 cameras, make sure that you're getting all angles, so then you have less takes. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting when you hear about like the multiple takes. It's like you have rehearsals, you have all this, and you have especially if you have 2 actors on the screen, they're supporting one another. It's like, yeah, cover both at the same time as opposed to doing one coverage and then doing take after take after take and then finally doing the other coverage. See, this is why Ridley Scott is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, mainly just talking about Last Duel and everything. I don't even know. Like I said, it's a long article. I can't even remember to pinpoint it. This is it right here. Your main gripe about superhero movies. Their scripts are not any fucking good. I think I've done 3 great scripted superhero movies. One would be Alien with Sigourney Weaver. One would be fucking Gladiator. And one would be Harrison Ford, Blade Runner. There you go. They're superhero movies. So why don't the superhero movies have better stories? Sorry, I got off the rail, but I mean, come on! They're mostly saved by special effects, and that's becoming boring for everyone who works with special effects if you've got the money. Damn! Just throwing it out there. He even saying the VFX artists are bored. They're bored! Maybe they are, who knows? But I love the fact that he was like, oh yeah, I already made some fucking superhero movies. Basically saying, Alien, Gladiator, and Blade. Which, yeah, I guess you could say that somewhat, I mean, he changed the sci-fi horror genre. That's for damn sure. So there you go. So Ridley Scott throwing that shade at the CBMs, the superheroes and whatnot. But like I said, how could he? You can't argue with it. You really can't argue with it. You can't. As much as we can love it, we got to respect this man's opinion about it. You really got to do it. You really got to expect the man's opinion because it's Ridley goddamn Scott. I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. It's Ridley Scott. You got to respect the opinion. If people get all huffy puffy, or if Marvel fanboys or anybody else that got offended by this, go fuck yourself. Okay? It's Ridley Scott. Now, is every one of his movies like top notch? No. That's not, I mean, that's impossible. There's no way. You know? There's no way. You have a shit ton of movies that you've made over how many decades? You're going to have a couple of stinkers, okay? Not many, of course, but you can't sit there and tell me, you know, you can't sit there and be like, well, Ridley Scott's wrong. Really? You know, Scorsese too? No, you're going to say that these guys are like wrong? No, they're not, okay? They're just they're seeing where everything's going, and, you know, and it sucks when, like a movie, like Last Duel didn't do much in the box office, which kind of sucks. And I think he actually does talk about that in that article. It does kind of suck that that movie didn't do so well, even though like it got praised critically. A lot of people praised it, and I can't wait to watch it just to see what everybody's like raving about. Apparently, there's a scene in there that just makes you kind of like sick to your stomach. So I'm like, all right, that's good. It's something to look forward to, or not, I guess. But yeah, it's just. Who cares? It's Ridley Scott. If you're offended by it, you know, that's sad for you. Who gives a shit? It's Ridley Scott. Okay? Ridley Scott. Getting offended. And whatever. Gotta love it. All right. Let's talk about this box office. Let's talk about the box office report right here. Not really much came out. I mean, there was a couple new movies that came out. So here's the box office right here. Belfast was one of the new movies that came out. I almost went and saw it. But on Thursday, I was just like, man, I just want to take a night off. Because I've seen like movies for like the past like 5 weeks. So I didn't go see it. But, you know, it's Oscar bait. It's definitely Oscar bait. So this movie's going to get a lot of praise during award season for sure. So... and so is Clifford the Big Red Dog. Clifford the Big Red Dog is going to get a ton of awards, Oscar, everything. My God. It's just going to, no. You know what's funny is though, I read these books. My mom probably still has some of the books somewhere in a crate somewhere. But yeah, I was a big Clifford the Big Red Dog. I read the books. I didn't really read the books. Come on. I was like 4. 2, whatever, 3. You know, I looked at hey, oh my God, it's a big red dog. I mean, that's the appeal of Clifford, the Big Red Dog, is he's big and he's red. But when you're an adult, you kind of go like, how many people did he kill? Okay, he looks like Cujo. Okay, but he's adorable, right? So, and you know what's kind of funny too is about this movie when the trailer came out, it was like, all right, you know, all of us adults were like, well, this looks horrible, but it's like it's not for us. It's not for us. Apparently, it did very well. I forgot which streaming service it's a part of. Is it Paramount? Yeah, Paramount. Apparently, it was on Paramount Plus, same day. And apparently, it did really good. Because, guess what? Kids. And for being a movie like this, 22 million, 22.2, domestic, not too shabby. Definitely not too shabby. But the biggest thing was, there's that poster. Oh, it's this. This right here. When it came to new movies over the weekend, like I said, Red Notice came out. And apparently it had the biggest opening day in Netflix film history. I thought this was fake at first. I was like, no, they're just making... Oh, no, wait, it is real. I don't know. I guess it is. Crazy. So, yeah. Dwayne Johnson, of course, retweeted it. $7 Productions, his production company. Thank you for making Red Notice opening day the biggest in Netflix history. A proud $7 achievement. Thank you to our global audience. Much more work to be done. Yeah, because if you watch it, obviously they do leave it open for a sequel, which pretty much this guarantees that there's going to be another Red Notice sequel. And, I mean, we could look at Samba TV. I guess it said it got 4.2 million according to Samba TV. But again, Samba TV does that. I mean, it's more. It's definitely more. But 4.2 for just being smart TVs, that's all they kind of look at. So they don't look at the whole thing. But yeah, apparently this thing was pretty huge over the weekend. So this is what's going to be happening, though, guys. I mean, it's crazy how this movie, like I said, it wasn't anything like, holy shit, it wasn't anything like how some of these shows are right now, like your Squid Games and whatnot, where you just go like, oh my God, you need to watch this. This movie is just like, yeah, watch it when you can. It's going to be there. It's fun. These three are very likable. They're the most likable fucking actors right now. Now watch them interact with each other in a heisty, good guy, bad guy, twisty kind of movie that's very much, it's got that journey through all these different places. It's got National Treasure vibes. It's got, spy-like vibes. It's got, it's a fun. It's hard to just. I hate saying fun though. You know me. I hate saying the F word. Fun. It's so fun. It's fun, guys. It's fun. It's so fun. I hate saying fun. It's just entertaining. It's one of those movies you could put on in the background. You have people over. You could watch it, and you don't have to really keep up with the story too much. You get the story. You really do. So. Don't say that, Dave. Gal is evil because she's... Oh, wow. Yeah, Gal's evil because she's from there. Nah. She seems like a sweetheart. And that red dress, man. That red dress! Ha! My God. Cheers to the red dress. That's for sure. But congratulations to those guys. That's right. It's just a good movie. It's a good time. That's all I got to say about that. All right. So those were the 3... topics right there. So let's go to your Twitter questions. See what you guys have to say on the tweets, the Twitter questions. All right. All right, Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. Darren, do you plan on rewatching the Spider-Man movies before No Way Home? And do you have the new issues of Batman 89 and Batman Imposter? I do not. I actually meant to get Batman Imposter, and I went to the comic book shop that's over in my mall right here. They did not have any copies, which I guess could be a good thing in the fact that people are buying it, but did not catch it over here, so I got to go to that really good comic book store that's over the hill right here, which I haven't been there in a month, because every time I go there, I almost spend $100. I mean, it's very hard not to. They have McFarlane figures. They have walls of fucking Funkos. And, of course, they have books like crazy. So it's very hard not to spend about $100 right there. And I'm kind of was like, I need to pinch the pennies a little bit. But, So eventually I'll get it. But I'm up to date on Batman 89 and really, really, really enjoying it. Really enjoying Batman 89. And just the fact that it's yeah. What could have been? What could have been? Let's see. Letters. Letters. I was making a joke because people were talking about doing a letter writing campaign again, and those don't work. Anyway, Patreon stream when, Dave? Maybe since it can't be Thanksgiving week, maybe Saturday night. Well, we'll see. I'll think about it. See what I have trying to plan on doing before that. But I'll let you patrons know when we're doing another one. But that could be it. Definitely could be it. Ronak. Hey Dave, question. I do not follow comics a lot, but I was wondering in Multiverse Concept, why are there multiple same heroes but no multiple same villains? P.S. I only bought 2 movies in my life. Can you guess them? It involves character death and resurrection. P.S. I've only bought 2 films in my life. Can you guess them? It involves character death and resurrection. Man of Steel and BBS. That's what I'm guessing. Maybe. I don't know. Multiverse. I mean, yeah. Obviously, when it comes to comic books, it's just the same characters but drawn differently. And yeah, sometimes it's not canon. You have little side stories, and then they kind of tweak some of the backstories or whatnot. There's so many of those. when it comes to the CBMs and doing multiverse and whatever, I mean, it's a new concept, so there's really not much we could really say about it, because, I mean, now we're just like really getting into the thick of multiverse when it comes to both universes, so it's still fairly new. But what's cool about it is, you know, especially when it comes to like Flash, we've had 2 other versions of Flash that they can utilize. Spider-Man, there's been 2 other versions of Spider-Man, so that's why it kind of works. But we have had 2 Goblins. We've had that at least when it comes to villains, 2 Goblins. But I think it's just because, you know, when it comes to the movies, when it comes to Spider-Man, they didn't want to do the same villains over and over again. That's why, you know, when you look at it, they try to go like, let's do something a little different. But, you know, when it came to the Goblin, you had to have the Goblin, because that's Spidey's main villain right there. So, all right, Mr. Q. Should I take a hit? This time I will ask something related to movie industry. Oh, he's not doing philosophical shit, not doing riddles. Don't you think we have had enough comics-based movies? Is the market saturated with these types of movies, or is it still popular and in high demand? It still is, because the reason why is because you only get about 2 or 3 a year. But then again, you do get a lot of shows too. So yeah, there's a lot there, and I think it's still in high demand, because I think now that we have the streaming paradigm, is now we just want more and more and more. We do, and that's just the fact of the matter. I do hope, what I hope about it is, like, I want to get some more obscure comics. I want to get into like the Dark Horse comics, like those kind of comics. Your Ghosts, your The Masks, you know. Maybe do a proper Hellboy, which they already did. You know, Del Toro did a pretty hot proper Hellboy. You know, there's so much out there. There really is. But yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just the way everything is. I mean, at one point, old westerns and shit like that. Your John Waynes and whatever the hell. Those movies were like the king, and then they disappeared. And then they kind of came back, and then, you know, it's just the way it is. It's going to be interesting though, because it's like, how long can we bank on cape shit and nostalgia before we just? And then it's funny too, because then you have these shows like Squid Game or whatever that just comes out and just totally just grabs everybody's attention. It's crazy. Ryan, looking forward to a lot of new Marvel stuff, Secret Invasion, but I can't help thinking this when yeah, exactly. Yeah. He looks badass right there, but my God, a stupid alien cat scratched his eye. Carrie, so what were you hoping Disney Bust Day, nice, to deliver, which they didn't give? That's the Obi-Wan trailer, just like everybody else. I just wanted to get the Obi-Wan trailer. I didn't think there was going to be much of else but announcements. I really wanted to see an Obi-Wan trailer. A teaser. A tease would have been even better. I was hoping for release dates for some of their shows, that, and maybe a bit more info about Armor Wars, as that's one of the series I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that one too, actually. But yeah, my main thing was the Obi-Wan trailer, just like a lot of other people. Jordan, hey Dave, okay, tomorrow is the big Spider-Man Day event, so what is the most likely thing that will happen? 1, just show extended trailer and Q&A with cast, could be. Show a fight scene from the movie, or show the whole flippin' movie. See, I was thinking that maybe they were going to show like the first 10 minutes of the movie. They did that with Dune. They had that, you know, where they held like a screening and you showed like the first 10 minutes of Dune or whatever. So maybe, I don't know. Something like that could be. There's got to be more. There's got to be more than just a trailer. That's the thing. There's got to be more than just a trailer. Just to have people just show up in LA or LA area for just a trailer, I just can't see it not being more than that. It's got to be more. If they tease, okay, so Javier, if they tease Toby and Andrew, it'll probably be something similar to this. Yeah, definitely, totally. I totally agree with that. Yeah. Anyone else get one of these? Oh, wait a minute. They're actually, wait, how did you get one of those? I thought they weren't, were they selling this physical copy? That's interesting. Or is that a fake, is that a foray? Is that a foray? Interesting, Paul. Mr. Murdoch. The more I think about it, the more I'm sure that there is a longer, perhaps different, and overall more cohesive and better version of Rise of Skywalker. No deleted scenes have ever materialized from the film, which is odd. No director's commentary either. Oh, yeah. They kept that shit on the wraps. They are moving forward. They don't care. Sucks. I know. Edward of many fandoms. Why, oh, why didn't I take the blue pill, right? What are you talking about? Everybody's being red pill nowadays in their political sense. Ugh. Master Chief approves. Yes. Yes, he does. And that's going to be an interesting series. Looking forward to it, though. I will say that. But anyways, guys, all right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I appreciate you guys spending time with me on this Monday. Of course, Monday shows are always longer than the rest of the shows. Can't complain about that, right? Just a lot of stuff. But, yep. So, of course, I'll be cutting all this out tomorrow, the different Film Junkie shots. So if you didn't catch it all, you can catch it then. Or, I'll chapter it out. I always chapter out the streams after I'm done. So, but yeah, tomorrow's a pretty big day with the Spider-Man trailer. Like I said, if it shows up before the show, I'll probably do a reaction video, and maybe there'll be a delay for when I start the stream. But then we'll definitely do a breakdown of the trailer on the stream tomorrow. But if it shows up, in the 6 o'clock hour, then guess what? I'll do a live reaction with you guys. So that'll be fun. And it'll be interesting to see what they actually do at this event, because, like I said, there's no way that it's just a trailer. That was it, guys. Go home. It's like, no. It just seems like somebody's going to be showing up. I don't know. And like I said, maybe they'll finally just be like, hey, yeah, these guys, Toby and Andrew are, in fact, they're in this fucking thing. So, and then maybe they'll show up on stage. That'd be pretty sweet. To be honest, that'd be pretty sweet. But who knows what's going to happen. Anyways, guys, make sure you smash that like, thumbs up. You can't hit that dislike anymore. Actually, you still can. You still can. And that's what's funny. You still can technically. Just can't see it publicly. It's weird. But yeah, smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to join. Be a member and help out the pirate ship a little bit more. Appreciate that. Like I said, every Tuesday I do a members only post-show stream. And then, of course, you got Patreon right there, which really helps out the pirate ship. Try to do some extra stuff on there. And like I said, the Patreon stream, try to do once a month. So we got that. And then, of course, the Film Junkie Closet down below with merchandise and all of that good stuff. But anyways, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow at the same junkie time, same junkie channel. All right, guys. Talk to you later.